This is THV 11 News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Brooke Buckner alongside Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon. Nathan told us the bad news yesterday about a soggy Valentine's Day.
Weather impact alert for Saturday.
Is it still looking very wet?
It's still looking wet, but you know what Nathan is doing right now?
What is he doing?
He's chasing sunsets right now.
Right.
Let's talk about the good before we get to the bad.
That's why.
That is why. He's going outside to try to get a shot of the sunset. Hope you can do the same thing. Beautiful sunset out there tonight. And a bit of a crisp feel to the air as some drier, cooler temperatures roll in. But that is breathtaking right there. Get out, enjoy that sunset. Come on, Nathan. Come on. You can pass on through here. Go ahead. You get it? You get it? Show everybody at home you got the sunset. There it is. You'll be seeing that tonight. Huh? Yes. Yes, I am on. Yeah, I really am. We're on. Okay. Here we go. Current temperatures outside. 53 Little Rock, 64 Smith, the Queen 60 Texarkana. Is that enough proof that I'm on? I guess so. 49 in Batesville and Jonesboro. I told you he was out chasing sunsets hour by hour tonight. It is going to be a crisp evening as lows drop back into the middle 30s. And then Valentine's Day, Saturday. Weather impact alert day. We'll go over the timing and the latest amounts in your upcoming forecast. Brooke.
Thank you, Tom. All new tonight at 6. More vandalism on Optimum's fiber optic network is now leaving some in Cabot without internet. The company says someone cut the network in 2 locations, causing damage that is complicated to repair. They have filed a report with the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office and ask you to reach out if you have any information. Meanwhile, the nominally nonpartisan race for seats on the PCSSD board is turning openly political 1 week out from the start of early voting, with some members openly courting GOP support and some voters supporting their competitors crying foul. THV 11's Tanya Motorzitsky looks at what the law says.
School board races are meant to be nonpartisan.
It's very, very important that we get the vote out and we maintain our conservative board.
But this video from a Pulaski County Republican Party meeting tells a different story. During the meeting, PCSSD board member Karen Maynard, who also serves as president of North Pulaski Republican Women, said the district needs to stay conservative. She then introduced her fellow board member Heather Smith, who is running for re-election in Zone 3.
We do have a hard Democrat running against me. The 3 that are against us are linked together. They all pulled together to come after us because we have switched out all their local friends that were running the district.
Maynard and Smith did not respond to requests for comment. Other school board member candidates, however, did. Candidate Bradley Morrison said if those statements are true, they raise serious questions about how decisions are being made, and went on to say when partisan considerations enter the conversation, trust erodes and the focus shifts away from what truly matters. James Jackson, another board candidate, said it's disappointing to see anybody in a school board capacity make this race about political parties. The focus should be on the students as well as the educators who are directly involved in guiding our students every day. Also at last month's GOP meeting was Robert Tellez, who's running for Pulaski County Circuit Court judge. He says he attended only to campaign and was not part of the conversation.
I always go to as many different groups as I can, whether it be Rotary, whether it's different churches, whether it's different areas, urban, rural. I go to any organization to talk about our campaign.
He says nonpartisan races are not supposed to have any political party ties and that candidates run as individuals.
And for the last 25 years in Arkansas, our judicial elections are nonpartisan. I think it's really important that we have nonpartisan judicial elections. The black robe means that if I become judge, I will, to the best of my ability, be fair and impartial.
Pulaski County prosecuting attorney Will Jones was also there. He says he's running a nonpartisan race and is asking for support from Republicans, Democrats, and independents. The State Election Commission tells me state law does not prevent nonpartisan candidates from seeking support from members of a particular political party. Whether that's ethical, well, we'll leave that up to voters to decide when early voting starts next Tuesday. Tanya Motorzitsky, THV 11 News.
Tanya, thank you. Other members of the school board not up for election this cycle have campaigned for or hold partisan offices. Tina Ward is a Democratic Justice of the Peace on the Pulaski County Quorum Court for District 9, while Wendy Potter is running unopposed as Republican to be a JP in District 13. A high-level meeting taking place at the state capitol today with officials finalizing a plan for reforming how children are detained and imprisoned in the state. It follows a resolution approved by Governor Sanders. At the meeting, judges and officials from both the Department of Education and Division of Youth Services presented data highlighting concerning trends in juvenile incarceration. THV 11's Catherine Rowley was there and will have more tonight at 10. UCA Student Government Association was also at the Capitol today to learn how state government works. In all, there were 28 students participating, and rather than a traditional tour, they also held a mock legislative committee meeting where students debated sample bills. The university's Student Government Executive President says it's a really important day for the students.
Being here at the Capitol today has really made me realize that Arkansas representatives, senators, these key actors, they really do appreciate student voices. They want to hear what you all have to say. So showing up and showing out is very crucial for our young individuals today. And
the students also got the chance to talk to several lawmakers, including Representative Matt Brown and Senator Mark Johnson. Tonight, Attorney General Tim Griffin has announced the opening of a new office in downtown Fayetteville. The space will allow students at the University of Arkansas School of Law to clerk year-round rather than just during the summer. Griffin says the office will also strengthen his presence in Northwest Arkansas, helping him better serve the fastest-growing part of the state. His visit comes just a day after 3 U of A faculty senate leaders sent a letter addressing the campus display of the 10 Commandments installed under Arkansas Act 573. The letter says the university complies with state law but does not promote any religious belief, emphasizing respect for all viewpoints. They urge everyone to follow university policies, seek guidance if needed, and remember the displays are state property. Researchers in Pine Bluff think they may have found a secret to slow the aging process, and it's found in something Arkansas has plenty of. THV 11's Carter Thweet talks with the researcher in charge about how rice could keep you feeling younger and cure chronic disease.
Dr. Sankar Devarajan is a professor of nutrition for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. When he lived abroad, he conducted studies to see if a mix of rice bran oil and sesame oil could lower high blood pressure, and it did.
The study was very well rewarded by the American Heart Association with several awards. And we published the findings in American Journal of Medicine.
But something interesting happened in those studies around a decade ago. Many patients said they also felt younger and more energetic, something Dr. Devarajan kept in mind even after he moved to the U.S.
I thought that time that this oil may also be effective for delaying the aging process. But we didn't taken up that studies on aging.
Until now, along with scientists at UAMS, Dr. Devarajan and UAPB scientists studied rice bran, which is what comes off of rice when turning it from brown to white, specifically a compound found in rice bran called gamma-oryzanol, which they delivered into cells as a test. They found it reduces oxidative stress, which contributes to aging.
One of the major factors that drive the aging process and other chronic diseases, including cancer and cardiovascular disease. So the oxidative stress was significantly reduced.
There's still a ways to go. They need to secure more funding for animal trials and, if all goes well, hope to move to clinical trials by 2030. Dr. Devarajan is hopeful.
It may take time, but we strongly believe that it will certainly bring a valuable product for the people who are having a problem with the chronic diseases.
For THV 11 News, I'm Carter Thweet.
Thank you, Carter. 9 new properties have been added to the National Register of Historic Places by the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program. Here's that list. It includes Robert E. Lee School in Hot Springs, the Roosevelt Bridge in Little Rock, and the YWCA building in El Dorado. More information on each of the properties can be found on our website, thv11.com. A routine check turned into a race against the clock for one man battling a rare cancer. See how a team of specialists pulled off a medical miracle coming up.
Well, tomorrow looks great. Low 60s, lots of sunshine, a few clouds mixed in. Friday, the clouds begin to increase and a few showers, which takes us to the day of love. Saturday, Valentine's Day, rain. Could be heavy at times. We'll talk about the timing and how much after the break.